Greetings, everybody. Greetings. Welcome to another podcast of the Universal Academy, where we teach the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We teach us righteousness, the sciences of life, civilization, the sciences of life, love, peace, and happiness. We teach it all, the sciences of everything in life. And thank you for tuning in. Today's podcast, we are going to focus on the Golden Shot Detox. It's a remedy that I came up with to remedy or mitigate the detrimental effects of the shot. We all know what shot we're talking about here. I'm not going to mention it just to avoid being flagged. And I did a miniature brief podcast on this maybe about a week ago, several days ago, but I was halfway asleep. I was out of it, and I said I'm going to have to do this over again with more details, more detailed analysis, and just more information and making things more clear. Now, first, I want to begin with this disclaimer. Well, first, I want to ask if anybody in the listening audience, if you can hear me, just let me know. Just comment or stating that they can hear me clearly, and then we can go forward from there. All right. So now where were we? All right. I first want to state, right, just for the record, and I have to state this really for discrepancy purposes and just for to clear myself that I am not a medical doctor. I'm a clinical herbalist. I'm not a medical doctor at all. This that I'm offering is not medical information or medical advice. This is supreme wisdom. So anyone who is seeking medical advice, please contact your medical advisor, get in touch with them, etc. All right, so let's start with the broadcast. Now, many people have went and they got the shot, and me, I'm not even going to state my views on it because I want to keep this strictly herbal. I want to avoid this being political or anything like that because they politicize this whole thing. But many people have went and taken it and have experienced adverse effects from the shots. Some of the adverse effects were fatal. Some of those who suffered and some of the fatalities were notable persons, people that we've actually known, high profile persons, depending on what community you were in. But anyway, I'm going to get into some of the effects of the shot. I'm going to get into the ingredients, or list all the ingredients inside the shot. And I'm also going to get into dietary and lifestyle information that a person can get into and that they can utilize along if they take this along with this golden shot detox or just in general to better their health, to boost their immune system, and to prevent the harmful effects of the shot and any virus. Okay, so one of the first one of the first and one of the main things that people, or one of the main detrimental effects of the shot, is clotting. So a lot of people have been suffering from clotting. And if we don't know what blood clotting is, I'm going to show it on the screen. A blood clot is when lots of blood cells become entangled with each other, or it's a high degree of what we call coagulation. And when these blood cells clot and they form large clumps, they can sometimes block the arteries or the veins, and they can impede circulation. And this can lead to heart attacks. This can lead to strokes. Some of the things that people that that have taken a shot have experienced. This could also lead to loss of memory because there's not enough blood circulating to the brain to carry oxygen to the brain cells. This can also lead to just being tired in general because there's not enough oxygen and minerals and energy and nutrients circulating to the cells of the body. So many who have experienced just being tired or lethargic, being lethargic, or lack of energy or low energy or tired, or even heart attacks or loss of memory or just not being able to concentrate. A lot of this could be due to the clotting that's associated with the shot, with taking the shot. So, yeah, some of the effects of clotting, as we're going to bring up on the screen right now, it can clog up the arteries and prevent blood from flowing to the heart. This is what's known as a heart attack. If the arteries are clogged and prevent blood from going to the brain to give oxygen and nourishment and nutrients to the brain, this is called a stroke. But in this picture right here is an example of a man that's suffering from a heart attack due to clots or blood clots in the arteries, and therefore his arteries being clogged. Another detrimental effect associated with the shot is an increase in spike proteins that many people have been suffering from. And this spike protein, according to what they say about, I'm going to avoid using certain words just to prevent from being flagged. But once again, we all know what I'm talking about, right? The whole thing that they say is going around that people are getting, right? This is what it's said to be, what we see on the screen. And that is an example of a spike protein. It get its name from the way it looks. It's a protein that's spiked. And the shot is supposedly supposed to induce artificial copies of this thing that's going around into the body to boost immunity towards it. That's what they say. But many have been saying that they've gotten an increase in spike protein in the body, and this has also been making lots of people sick, contributing towards clotting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The spike protein. So some of the ingredients inside this golden shot detox are known for inhibiting or blocking spike protein, as well as minimizing clotting and helping with circulation. So the very first ingredient we're going to tackle or touch on, I had some notes here. I usually don't have notes, but this time I said I'm going to have some notes so that way my information can be organized. And it looks like I'm having some difficulty finding those notes. I just had them. Well, if I got a freestyle, we can do that because I know all these herbs by heart. So the first ingredient, and I would say the primary or the base ingredient inside the golden shot detox, but they pretty much have an equal amount of all. The first ingredient that we see here, this is black seed. And if we hold on 1 second, I'm going to just grab my notes so that way I can make these things clear. Just 1 second. Okay, thank you. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay, so black seed. Now, the benefits in black seed is very high in antioxidants. We're going to get into the antioxidants and the benefits of that in just a moment. Pretty much all the ingredients inside this golden shot detox, all the herbal ingredients are high in antioxidants. But anyway, the antioxidants, they help rid the body of free radicals, and free radicals are waste products of the cells. In other words, you could say the fecal matter of the cells, and they protect against cellular damage. It also reduces toxins from the body and the effect of toxins on our cells and on our DNA. So antioxidants are also good for DNA repair. Now, black seed has been used by clientele of mine over the years since 2010 by clients of mine to beat blood cancer, ovarian cancer, as well as head and neck cancer. Black seed, due to its antiviral and tumor killing properties, this is what makes it such a powerful weapon against cancer. Black seed is also rich in thymoquinone. I'm going to pronounce this right. thymoquinone, and this helps. Thymoquinone helps promote rather healthy lungs and a healthy respiratory system, and it also promotes a healthy liver. Now, the anti-inflammatory effects of black seed are also good for heart disease, asthma, diabetes, and other chronic illnesses. It also balances sugar levels, that is, which makes it a good for people with diabetes. Black seed also lowers cholesterol, and it's also rich in fatty acids that are not produced naturally in the body. We're talking about fatty acids such as omega 6 and omega 9. Omega 6 is good for the skin and the hair. Omega 9 actually enhances energy levels and increases overall mood. So, a lot of times, those of you that have taken black seed and are familiar with it, and have like made tea or taken black seed oil, you might have noticed that you slept well or you were generally in good moods. So black seed is also good for memory, attention, and focus. Now, we're going to get into something I want everybody to take note on this, those that are listening. Research what's known as the doctrine of signatures. And the doctrine of signatures, basically what it is, it's a way of associating the appearance of an herb or its visual properties with its healing properties. Like, for example, they would say that herbs that are red in general are good for the blood. Herbs that look like they may be brushy are good for cleaning out the system. You know, foods like carrots. They say carrots are good for the eyes, but if you slice a carrot, it looks like an iris. What else? Beets, they say, are good for the blood. If you slice beets, they look like blood cells. Some other examples of the doctrine of signatures. Colors of certain herbs and foods have been associated with their healing properties and also what they're good for. And we know that black itself is not a color, but it's the essence of all colors. So black is the container and the receiver of all colors. So pretty much the different colors of different fruits and herbs heal different ailments and are good for different systems of the body. But black seed, because black contains all colors and it's the essence of all colors, it's good for so many different things. And this is one of the reasons why, according to the hadith, the Islamic hadith, the Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam reportedly said that black seed is a cure for everything or every disease except for death. Quote, end quote. That's not my quote. That's a quote associated, attributed towards the Prophet Muhammad. So yeah, black seed is one of the ingredients inside this golden shot detox. The next ingredient we're going to get into is, let's see, the elderberry. So elderberries are very nutritious. They're good against cold. They actually fight cold and flu symptoms. They support heart health. They fight inflammation. They fight infections. The benefits of elderberry, there are so many benefits, but they're also high in vitamin C and they boost immunity. They're rich in flavonoids and antioxidants, just like black seed was rich in antioxidants, and therefore they promote stem health and cellular regeneration. Stem health and cellular regeneration. That's something to think about because as we age, we produce less stem cells and our cellular regeneration capabilities they go down. But if we increase or we can enhance stem cell or stem health and cellular regeneration as we age, particularly with natural herbs such as elderberries and herbs that are rich in flavonoids, which gives their colors and antioxidants, we can actually slow down and even reverse the aging process. There are some people that if you see their age, if you see them in person and they tell you their age, you wouldn't believe it. You know, I myself, being the age that I am, usually when people first meet me and I tell them the age, they don't believe me. And this is because I've been practicing the teachings of how to eat to live for, wow, how many years? About 25 years. Anyway, but yeah, I like berries in general are rich in antioxidants and flavonoids, but we're speaking in this case of the elderberry. So elderberry is also a good mood booster, and it's an antidepressant. So it's good for those that could be dealing with depression or anxiety, things of that nature. Elderberry is good for that. Elderberries are better and they're safer cooked than eaten raw. So I just wanted to point that out there. So now let's get into the next ingredient. So the next ingredient inside this golden shot detox. Oh, let me just say this. There are about 10 or 11 ingredients, but I'm going to go through them real fast because I want to keep this video as short as possible for the sake of time. The next ingredient inside of it is blueberries. Now, blueberries, like the elderberry and like the black seed, they're rich in antioxidants, which prevents cellular damage from free radicals. Again, cellular waste. It also prevents and fights cancer. Blueberries are excellent mood boosters. And although they're high in vitamin K, which helps the blood to clot, the other ingredients inside the golden shot detox that are the anti-clotting ingredients balance it out, and the benefits of the blueberries is the benefits of it actually outweighs the harm, particularly in this because its antioxidant properties is so high in antioxidants. It actually is good for DNA repair. So it helps with DNA repair by preventing what we call DNA or basically DNA or oxidated DNA from entering the cells. So blueberries, they're good for DNA repair because they prevent oxidated DNA from entering the cells. And we're talking to the cells of our skin, the cells of our eyes, and the cells of our internal organs. So therefore, this can actually reduce aging, wrinkling in the skin. This can actually reduce and slow down and inhibit the degeneration of our internal organs, which is a process that people go through as they age. Blueberries are also good for digestive regulation due to their high content in fibers, and they're good for gut health. They promote good gut health. So, yeah, that's another ingredient inside the Golden Shot Detox. So, let's now get to the next ingredient that we are going to touch. Let's see. Oops. The goji berry. Now, goji berries, like all the other ingredients, the blueberries, the elderberries, and the black seed, they're rich in antioxidants. And them being rich in antioxidants, again, it prevents the oxidation of the cells in our body, which basically means that the cells in our body going down or degenerating due to toxins. So it prevents the oxidation and the degeneration of the cells in our body, and it prevents oxidized DNA from entering our cells once again. And this can drastically slow and even reverse the aging process. Antioxidants are also cancer fighters. So it's so many things that antioxidants. But anyway, this is about the goji berries, not the antioxidants, because they're all rich in antioxidants. So the goji berries are rich in antioxidants. They improve eyesight. They stimulate stem and growth hormone production, similar to the elderberries. Again, this can slow down and even reverse the aging process in the body. The body naturally produces less stem cells and growth hormones as we age. So goji berries, because they actually induce growth hormones and the production of stem cells, again, this can reverse all the detrimental effects associated with the aging process. Aging is actually something that's not natural, but that's another something. I'll get into that later. So again, goji berries are good for heart health. They promote good sleep. They promote liver health. They're immune boosters because they're high in vitamin C and zinc, and they help resist cell mutation. Now that's a very important thing or aspect or attribute of the goji berry. Doing that during or being that rather the shot has been associated with modifying the DNA and cell mutation, all that stuff. So it helps prevent all of that. Let me go through some of these comments here before I continue. Let's see. Yes, so we got Gino Richardson. Yes, sir. Taking notes here. Indeed, take notes. I want everybody watching and listening to this to take notes. You know what I'm saying? This is very important. Gene Richardson also said, oh yeah, peace, by the way, Gino Richardson, Eugene. He says, going to get with you soon in regards to this detox. Indeed, you got my math. We're going to build on that. Okay. Let's see. Go to the next comment. So you got Fali White Queen. He says, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for the data. Wa alaikum salam. Indeed, brother. Indeed. Thanks for tuning in. But just continue to listen because we got more coming in. So Fali Waquan says, how much is the detox package? I'm going to let me answer your question now. I was going to say that towards the end. Actually, I'm going to say that towards the end, because I want people to really focus on what the benefits of it, what's needed, rather than the price so far. But I'm willing to work with you, and I'm also offering wholesale opportunities. So Eugene O. Richardson says, peace, brother Allah. Indeed, brother Eugene Ritchie, peace. Let me get back to these. Let me get back to this podcast. So going on. So we just finished touching on the Goji Berries. Let's see. Ginger. Let's see. Let's go to the next ingredient inside this herbal golden shot detox, which is ginger. Now, ginger is good for the digestive system. Excellent for the digestive system. It's one of the best herbs for the digestive system. And we have to remember that 60 to 70% of the immune system is located in the gut or the digestive system. It's known as GALT, or gut-associated lymphatic tissue. So this is one of the things that make herbs that are good for the gut, like ginger, also good for immunity, because our gut and our immunity are pretty much tied. So you know how people say if you have you feel something dangerous coming, you feel it in your gut, or you got a gut feeling about something, that's your intuition. That's your immune system. That's a spiritual aspect of the immune system that can sense things from outside of the body, So, our intuition is our outer immune system, but it's actually rooted in the gut, which is where 60 to 70% of the body's immune system is located. So it's our defense system. So yeah, ginger is good for digestive health. It's excellent for pain relief. It's also an immune booster, as I just mentioned. Ginger is actually very nutritional. This happens every time I do a podcast. My phone starts ringing. So I'm just going to send that to the voicemail. Now, where were we? So ginger, it cleans. Let's see what else is. Ginger is actually it clears sinuses, and congestion by ridding the body of excess mucus and bad bacteria or harmful bacteria. Ginger also balances the blood sugar levels, so it's good for persons suffering from diabetes. We're going to get to the sugar about all this later on, towards the end. Ginger improves circulation by lowering the blood pressure and, get this, listen carefully, preventing blood clots. So ginger prevents blood clots. This prevents the main thing that people have been, or the main thing that people have been suffering from getting the shot, which is the blood clots. This is excellent in preventing the heart attacks, the strokes, the clotting of blood in the arteries that leads to weakness, memory fatigue, tiredness, lethargy, and all of that. So ginger actually is one of the main ingredients as well. It actually is injustice for me to refer to it as a main ingredient, because they're all main ingredients and they're all pretty much equal amounts of equal parts. So ginger is an excellent herb in general for health in general, but it's one of the ingredients inside this golden shot detox. Okay, let's go on to, let's see, the next ingredient, the Hawthorn berries. Now, Hawthorn berries they're an adaptogen. Now, what an adaptogen is, what that means is it adapts to and adjusts to the It adjusts to fit the body's needs. So an adaptogen is an herb or food that adapts and adjusts to fit the body's needs. An example of this is if the blood pressure is too high, an adaptogen like Hawthorn berries will actually bring the blood pressure down and balance it. If the blood pressure is too low, the adaptogen like Hawthorn berries will bring the blood pressure up to balance it. So Hawthorn berries are excellent for blood circulation. They're one of the best herbs for circulation. And if your pressure is too high or too low, the adaptogenic properties of the hawthorn berries will balance that, and this will definitely help people who are suffering from the effects, or to help mitigate the clotting effects of the shot. So the hawthorn berries working in conjunction with the ginger, this is an excellent one-two combination against the clotting that I'm going to once again show here, that we discussed at the beginning of this book broadcast. The clotting, again, is the coagulation or the entanglement of red blood cells, and they form clumps, and these clumps can block the arteries. They can block circulation, and if these clots block the arteries and circulation, this can lead to things such as heart attacks, which is the effect or the consequence of the heart, or the heart, not enough circulation reaching the heart, or not enough blood rather being circulated to the heart, or strokes, which are the same as heart attacks, but is not enough blood circulating or reaching the brain. So we just discussed hawthorn berries. What did we see? We discussed the goji berry. Okay, now the next herb ingredient inside the golden shot detox. This is holy basil. And holy basil protects the body against stress from heavy metals as well as toxic chemicals. Um, it's also been said to help remove heavy metals from the body. Now, that's one of the things that's been associated with the shot. It's been said that the shot produces some type of metallic, or I don't know the facts on this, but it's been said that the shot has some what's the word I'm looking for, basically tiny or metallic, what's the word I'm looking for, hmm. Well, the word escapes me right now, but it has something to do with metals. But it's been said that the the shot actually has some of these what is it? So not microscopic, the word I'm looking for. Can't remember right now. But anyway, any type of harmful metal or lead associated with the shot can be the effects can be mitigated with holy basil and other herbs that protect the body against heavy metals, things of that nature. Now, some of the things that have been said to have been associated with the shot, holy basil, and there's another herb. This is activated charcoal. They probably can't even get those out of the body, but we can mitigate and reduce the harmful effects of that as much as possible with these things. So again, I'm going to state this also, that this here is not a go and take the shot free card. This is not a okay, I'll go take the shot and just go get detox. No, 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 no. Don't get the shot. Don't get it. Don't get it. You shouldn't have to do this. This here, just protect your health. Don't get it. The best way to prevent all the harmful effects associated with the shot that I've described in this podcast so far is to just simply not take it. But this golden shot detox is also good for general health and well, even if you didn't take the shot. So holy basil, going back towards what I was saying, it protects the body against stress from heavy metals and toxic chemicals. It's also rich in antioxidants, like the other herbs and other properties. It has inflammatory properties, so similar to black seed. Any issues, chronic issues associated with inflammation, such as heart disease, asthma, what else? Diabetes is good for that. Holy basil is also a stress reliever and a mood enhancer. It has antiviral properties, so it fights virus, similar to ginger, similar to black seed. and it's an overall body cleanser. So that's holy basil. The next ingredient inside this golden shot detox is dandelion. And dandelion is known for its antiviral properties, so it fights and kills virus in the blood. It blocks and inhibits spike proteins. Remember what the spike protein was. That's actually what they say the thing that's going around is. It's supposedly a spike protein, and that's also what has been shown to increase or and build up in people's bodies, which contributes to other harmful effects. So anyway, the dandelion, it inhibits and it blocks spike protein activity in the body. It's also a natural and excellent blood cleanser. It's an immune booster, right? It also promotes good liver health, good colon health, and yeah, it's just all. This is one of the top herbs. One of my favorite herbs, actually, dandelion. This can be consumed. The leaves, the flowers, the root, all of it. It pretty much it's all of that can be consumed. Let's go on to the next ingredient inside this golden shot detox. We're almost finished with the ingredients. This here is Ginkgo Biloba. Now, Ginkgo Biloba is another herb that fights and it blocks spike proteins in the body. Again, I'm going to show you what the spike protein is so that way we can remember. This is the spike protein. This is what they say. I'm not going to mention the word, but the thing that's going around affecting everybody, that's what they say it is. It's a spike protein, what they say, supposedly is. And the shot actually has been said to enhance or increase spike protein production in the body, which can lead to all types of complications. So the Ginkgo biloba, along with the dandelion, make sure it's the Ginkgo biloba. These herbs, the Ginkgo biloba and the dandelion, are excellent for blocking spike protein. Just as well as the next herb that I'm going to show, which is good for blocking spike protein, and that is fennel seeds. Now, the benefits of fennel seeds, in addition to being high in what we call shikimic acid, these spike protein blockers, stoppers that I previously showed, the fennel seeds, the dandelion, as well as the ginkgo biloba, they're very high in shikimic acid, which blocks spike protein buildup in the body. So fennel seeds also are good for, let me see, they're also good for, what is it, digestive health. They're good for asthma. They're good for the skin. They're good for cancer. Fennel seeds purify the blood. It's very important in this. They're good for eyesight. For women, they're good for lactation. It's also good for halitosis or bad breath. And fennel seeds regulate gas inside the digestive system. So those are all the ingredients inside the Golden Shot Detox. I also want to say that the Universal Academy, we actually have a clinical herbalist course. A clinical herbalist course where we teach and train and certify people in clinical herbalism. And your name, where it says your name here on this award or on this certificate, your name can be there if and when you take this course. Now, the classes, I will announce a date when they'll begin because I'm actually updating the course. But those who take this course, you'll know everything that I know in a short time, but you'll get, and it might seem like a lot, but it's actually not a lot because you'll get the underlying principle to that way, therefore you can understand and know a lot because you have the common principle and you can just branch off from there, and you'll be able to do some of the things that I've done, such as healing people of different types of cancers and lupus and endometriosis. This is especially for the case for those coming into the society or those in the society, Shabazz Asia Society, because I can't do this all myself. I don't want to do this all by myself. There are other endeavors that I want to move on to as well. And I would really appreciate if others can come on in and, get this work of healing the sick and reversing disease, But so the golden shot detox, those are some of the benefits. Is so many benefits because I didn't even list the benefits of all the ingredients associated with this product. But there's so many benefits inside this this golden shot detox with the herbs that come inside of it. So it's really good for general health, even if you didn't take the shot. But for those that did, yes, if you took this shot, get this. I mean, if you got that shot, get this shot detox. You want to change your lifestyle. And I'm going to touch on a few things that need to be done in order, as far as lifestyle is concerned, so that way you can continue to live as healthy as you can and as long as you can, even though you made the foolish mistake of taking that shot. Now, one of the things that you want to, or some of the things rather, one of the things that you want to increase inside your diet is garlic. Now, I know the Sabiites and the religious, the dogmatic Sabiites might have something to say about this. And this is not to say that all people who follows the Dr. Sabi are dogmatic. I myself, I have a high degree of respect for Dr. Sabi and his knowledge and his wisdom. And I've used a lot of his information, even in my work, dealing with clients, and his work. But I'm going to have to disagree with Dr. Sabi's stance on garlic on this, because garlic, we have to understand, this is something we have to understand context. I'm just going to have to disagree with Dr. Sabi on this, as much respect and the high regard as I have for him. Garlic garlic actually lowers blood pressure. Garlic is also an it has anti-clotting properties inside of it. You know what I mean? So garlic helps prevent clots. Now, where I would advise someone to stay away from garlic is if they had low blood pressure already, or they had any ailments that are associated with low blood pressure, or if they had any ailments that's associated with a highly acidic body. Because yes, garlic is acidic. That's one of the cons. But the pros in this context, we're talking about those who took the shot, outweigh the cons, because their garlic is antiviral. It fights virus, it fights fungus, it cleans the blood, and it also has anti-clotting properties. So garlic, you want to include garlic in your diet if you took this shot. In fact, you should, like, one of these little cloves of garlic that you see on the screen, you should take one of those and chew it and eat it raw a week, one per week, just to maintain good blood health. Now, I know some might be concerned about the smell that garlic leaves, because what we eat comes through our pores, and rightfully so. But this is what an old man said to me that I've done. He had told me one time, he said, "Bro, you should eat some more garlic." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't like the way that stuff smells, especially coming from the pores." He said, "Hot water and honey." So I tried hot water and honey after eating some raw garlic once. Then I went out and I played ball, and then I got home and I took my clothes off that I played ball and I put them inside the hamper. And I went out late, showered, freshened up, got dressed, went out later on that night. When I got back home late in the evening, and I noticed my bedroom where I had the hamper at, the bedroom smelled like honey. And I'm like, where's this smell of honey coming from? And I'm looking, wait a minute, I trace it towards the hamper. And I literally forgot that I had took the hot water and honey. But when I took the hot water and honey and I went and I played ball in those clothes, that honey came through my pores, through my perspiration, So hot water and honey is good. It's a natural smell good. You'll have honey coming out of your pores, and this can actually mitigate the stench of garlic. So yeah, garlic, definitely you want to increase that in your diet if you took that shot. Another food that you want to add and increase into your diet are blood oranges. Pardon me for not being able to see the entire spelling of the word because of the ticker going at the bottom. But blood oranges, they're rich in something known as hesperin. And hesperin actually blocks spike proteins in the body. Citrus fruits in general, lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits, but blood oranges have the highest concentration of hesperin in them, and they're excellent for spike protein to stop the spike protein production. Okay, what just happened here? All right. Okay. Another thing that you want to do, you want to eliminate sugary sweets from the body. If you took that shot, yes, the sugary sweets. Yup, you took it, so you got to make some sacrifices. You got to make some life-changing sacrifices. You have to eliminate sugary sweets from the body, and don't replace the sugary cookies with the sugar-free cookies, because the stuff inside the sugar-free cookies is probably worse than the regular sugary cookies. You know, the stuff that they use to replace the sugar. But if you increase fruits inside your diet, particularly blood oranges, berries, things of that nature, over time, your desire for sweets, especially if you stop eating them, once you stop eating them, your desire for them will go away, and your desire for sugary sweets, that is. And when you go back to eating it, your body will reject it. You won't even want it. It'll make you want to puke, you know? So it's a process, but it must be done if you took that shot. Um, if you are used to making certain desserts with sugar, you can replace the sugar with stevia. Stevia is an excellent natural sugar replacement. It's one of the best. Some would also say raw blue organic agave nectar. You know, some might have some critiques for it, but it's still a better alternative to sugar, most definitely. Also, if you took that shot, you want to avoid smoking. No smoking. Smoking actually has, it can actually alter and damage your DNA. And the shot does that already. And you don't want to add on to it with the smoking. So you have to actually quit smoking. Now, the holy basil, as I mentioned earlier, holy basil, for those who figure that they just can't stop smoking, that it's impossible, that they're just stuck to it. Holy basil is good for calming the body down when you have withdrawal symptoms from when you're withdrawing from certain habits like drugs or cigarettes, things of that nature. So yeah, this golden shot detox is pretty much well rounded. It's very thorough, you know. So that being said, yeah, as stated earlier, no smoking. So no smoking, no sugary sweets. Cut that out. Gradually cut it down, but cut it out. Replace that with the fruits that I mentioned inside this podcast, such as blood oranges and different berries, things of that nature. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to share. We have to use common sense in this age, in these days and times. Share this information with others. Okay, the brother asked for the price. Currently, because these ingredients were quite expensive, it's difficult finding them and they're quite rare. So they're going for $75 a pack if I can get them to you in person. If I can't get them to you in person, and if I have to ship, it's a minimum order of 2 for shipping. I have not determined the final price for wholesale yet, but continue to reach out to me for those who are interested in wholesaling, because I will make that opportunity available for those who want to help people and make some money with this as well. You know, um, so yeah, we have to use common sense in this day and age. We want to reduce stress, and we got to stick to your gut. Follow your intuition. Trust your gut in these days and times. And the only way you can trust your gut is if you have a clean gut. A clean gut won't lie to you. So we got to practice fasting. And this is the first day of our Ramadan. Our meaning those of us who subscribe to the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say there. Let me address some more of these comments or any other comments that came on. So this is again Filey Joaquin. Joaquin, he says, "Peace, God, and indeed, peace to the God." Filey, thank you most certainly for participating in this podcast and watching. Thanks to everyone who for watching, that watched this and shared this video. I'm going to create a separate YouTube page for the Universal Academy podcast videos, and I'm actually going to create a website itself specifically for podcasts of the Universal Academy. We teach the sciences of everything in life: love, peace, and happiness. So with that being said, any questions, comments, suggestions, You can email me at Universal Academy 79, Universal Academy, the number 79, Godborn at gmail.com. Or you could just inbox me on Facebook, or if you have my Instagram, you can hit me up there. Or if you got my number, that's just the best way. Hit me up, hit my phone up directly. Peace, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your evening.